we have an energy technology business that's part of our group of companies that we're building out right now that takes out all the sulfur from heavy oil that, by the way, those 15 ships that go to sea, and remember, there's about 40,000 of them out at sea right now, but 15 of the biggest ones make more pollution than all the vehicles on the planet, more pollution.
I did not know that.
Well, look that one up. But 15 of those, they still need to float around the world. So my job is to say, okay, that's all going on around you, but let's figure out how to fix that problem. And we're investors and patent holders of a technology that we're building. Actually, we've done our pilot plant. We're doing a commercial demonstration plant we're building right now in Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta, to take the heavy bottoms, the nastiest oil on the planet, which is the bottom of the barrel. And I think somebody might have, in school, your teacher might have called you that, get your shit together, you're the bottom of the barrel. That's, that's not a good sign, right? But every barrel produced has the bottom of the barrel, and it's about 4% of the world's 100 million barrels a day.
So is that where that expression comes from, the bottom of the oil barrel?
Yeah, you've heard it. Yeah, it's because it's crap.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you're not a hard performer if you've been told that. So it's like you're sticky sludge. So and quite frankly, but it's being made every day, and every barrel produced, there's 4% that's the bottom of the barrel, like a bottom of a wine bottle. That if you drink that stuff, there's that stuff in the very, very bottom. Well, that stuff gets thrown out to the sea. It gets put into ships called bunker fuel that they burn, and nobody gets to see it because it's out. Who's hanging around in the middle of the Pacific right now? So that's where it went. And now that product, if you can't send it out to sea, you got to back blend it and put it into some other clean barrels and dilute it. Solution to pollution is dilution. So that's getting done, and that's degrading the price of the oil. Well, our solution is let's just get rid of the problem, and let's create a technology that's going to pull that out economically and safe and good use of energy. And that's what we have right now.
So what does your technology do? Does it clean it up? Does it make it burn more cleanly?
What it does is the bottom of the barrel typically is heavy long chain molecule of oil, and it's got sulfur in it. Sulfur is one of the biggest polluters, sulfur dioxide, and if you use molten sodium, it attacks the sulfur. The two of them get together, and I'm a mining engineer, so my chemistry is very weak. But let's just say those two like to get together, and they just jump on each other, and it breaks the chain, the molecule, and with that comes the lead, the vanadium, largest source of vanadium. Molybdenum, all the nasties go with this sulfur molecule, and then the long chain molecule breaks itself up a little bit, and it's now sulfur free. It's cleaner than low sulfur diesel fuel at the pump, and that now still retains its heavy oil energy basis that the ships need, because they need to burn heavy oil because that's where the heat value comes from. But now it's sulfur free and lead free and vanadium free, and we pull that stuff out and we put it into the market, and we use hydroelectricity to do that. And so we use clean energy that has no emissions. Our process has no emissions. Mm-hmm. And we pull out products that are all sellable into the marketplace, and we solve a major problem for pollution in the planet. And so when people talk about, well, we don't like oil sands, well, we got it. It's a great endowment. It's a great source of energy, and we're getting better and better and better at processing, and that's the focus that we need to be. And because it makes money, we're able to spend our money, the money that we make earning a living, and reinvest into these technologies, and that's really what our business is about.
Well, it's interesting. We've been reading a lot about this lately at Resource Insider and talking about it. That probably the next step. It's not just an immediate launch into green energies, solar, wind, etc. But it's actually the more efficient processing and use of hydrocarbons, right? And capturing more of the discharge and making them burn cleaner. I mean, that very much fits into what you're saying.
Absolutely. Again, you do that, and it translates into economics. You make more money. You spend less, and you make more money, and you do good for the environment. The more efficient you get with energy, the better you are, obviously, to the environment. And that's just the focus. And so it's whether it's human energy, or energy, burning something, fossil fuels or whatever, those are things that you want to make change. You don't want to stop. You never want to sort of lock down business. You want to keep pushing on the problem and looking for solutions. In order to do that, you need economics and you need engagement. And most importantly, you need leadership. And leadership has to have that vision that we're going to get through this. We're going to get her done. To get the Britannia mine cleaned up, there has to be a vision that we can solve a problem. But you need to have the problem, and you need to put people on it that are willing to stick with it and push through the darkness.